Okay, this is GamerBlave, and we're back with Operation Darkness. And if you watched the last video, you know that we took care of one of the bombs. But evidently they have a bomb manufacturing facility. So, we're gonna have to deal with that. But we have another side mission, or optional mission, I guess you could say. It's not really one of the story missions, one of the green missions, whatever you want to call it. One of them ones that does not directly advance the story, but when those have been coming up, they have been what I've been doing. So that's kind of going to be our objective for this particular video.
Lads, we received intelligence that an enemy unit is in the area. A hand-picked team will deploy on a reconnaissance mission to assess their military strength.
And as with all of our reconnaissance missions, we will be killing everything that we find.
There is a possibility of encountering vehicles and artillery, so bring your anti-tank weapons. That will be all. Godspeed.
Now, on the last couple of missions, we have, if you've noted, or if you've been watching, we've been bringing our, we have actually been bringing anti-tank weapons, which has been a change from what we had been doing, which was pretty much going very light. Going very, very light. But, you know, at this point, we are, oh man, let's see, Van Helsing and Jack the Ripper are gonna need some, oh shoot, they don't have any, whoops, I don't have any extra grenades to give them. I don't really want to give them the Cobalt Ladungs, so I guess we're going with what we got. It's kind of a bummer, because I really actually like having those with them, so it's gonna be a little bit different than we've been doing lately. I guess I should have checked my, my stuff. Usually I've been organizing their inventory at the end of each video, or at the end of each mission, but I guess I didn't quite do that to my normal specifications. But we should be okay. So, you know, if you've been watching this series, though, you know that basically my overall strategy has been to keep my guys' loadouts as light as possible, just in general, and that way just to be able to have them go as often as possible and be relying a lot more on their actual abilities than on the weapons. And that's been working out pretty well for me for the most part. The Roar of King Tiger. Wow. So we're going to be fighting a big tank, evidently. The King Tiger historically being, I believe, the most significant tank that the Germans produced in the war. However, I do think it was plagued with a number of problems related largely to fuel consumption, and I mean, I'm not a battlefield historian, so if you know better, then feel free to educate me, because I am not I'm not you know, I'm not trying to say this as fact or anything like this, but I believe that I had heard it to be the case that they were not produced in great quantity, and that the ones that were produced did not see much action because of supply problems related to the fact that they just were not very practical. They were just too massive. Just too massive. So I'm just kind of splitting my forces up and sending them in both directions. One towards this group of dudes, and let's go ahead and have Cordelia use her vitamins here. She's a little bit slower than a lot of other people, and need to get her moving though, because she is going to be one of my heavier hitters in terms of what she's going to be able to do to the tanks. And it's going to be critical. It's going to be critical that I get her into the field. Lewis might not be doing a whole lot to tanks, but he is pretty decent anti-personnel if you can get him in there. And Blave here, bringing up the rear. Not counting Cynthia, of course, because she's holding a sniper rifle, but that Muramasa blade is quite hefty, and Blave also has one of the slower speeds on the team, so he is really kind of just one of the slower guys in general there. Whoa, I really thought that I had those guys far enough apart there. Evidently, well, and quite obviously, I was mistaken. So what we're gonna do here is move in here and start working on these guys. I have little to no doubt that she's gonna be able to move again after killing this guy, so I'm not terribly worried about that tank running her over. Not very worried about it. Now, can I get to another one of these gentlemen back here? I cannot. Now, unfortunately, once again, you know, I don't have my freaking grenades that I normally outfit my guys with. Because that was an oversight in my initial outfitting, and I didn't have any left in my stores. Once you get to that stage, you can't do it. So I'm leaving this one guy here because he's a little bit closer, so some of my slower guys are probably going to be able to deal with him before he can go again. I might be wrong, but I'm not so concerned. I'm not so concerned with taking that one guy out. That I'm just gonna I'm gonna go ahead and pop her stimulant. And that being said, one thing that I want to do with Lewis, perhaps his next go, I'm not really sure where the best place to put her is, because I have a feeling, as has been the case with the vast majority of these battles, you know, once you wipe out the first couple of them, you know, we're going to get a spawn, and a bunch more are going to show up. So, I don't know where the bunch more are going to show up, but I determined in the last battle that it was very beneficial. Now Inferno, I think, is going to give me a little bit more mileage in terms of how much damage it does to these tanks. But Flare, I think, is going to have a little bit more range. So I can actually reach out and start touching these guys. The Tiger 2, man, he is out there. But I can start going ahead and doing damage here. I think this does like 4,000, something like that. 6,000. He is starting to be able to hammer on that thing. Let's see if James can get a little bit of... Nope, James is out of range. Now let's man, that guy is tough. Now is this, what was this other one? Was this a, this is also a Tiger 2, so but this one appears to be stunned, which should hopefully, not sure if that slows it down or exactly how that works. James is pretty much out of range of being able to do anything to anybody right now, unless I want to throw a grenade at this one guy, but I don't think I do right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and just let that sit. Just let that one sit right now. So I could go ahead and give all those guys a defense boost, but I mean, honestly, I don't really think it's going to be necessary. I really don't think it's going to be necessary. I don't see us needing that in this battle. I mean, maybe I'm getting a little cocky. It is possible. I'll go ahead and wipe this guy out. Frank's got 2 grenades. He can go ahead and blow someone away for me here. Kabam! You dead, buddy. You dead. Alright, Herbert is going to be out of range of anyone. Lewis. Now, Lewis, I think what I may do with Lewis is actually enrage. Well, hold on a second. There actually aren't enough, Nah, I'm just gonna move in right now. I'm just gonna move in right now, and we will worry about that in a minute. Take a shot. Hot shot. Oh, sweet. 29 attack and managed to land the hit. Now, believe that that guy is out of range by a significant amount. By a significant amount, but you can always find out. Yep. Well, he is not out of range, but he is indeed, not at an angle that I can attack. So I'm going to go up here and get to a position where I could attack either of them if I wanted to. Of course, I might have just got myself in the way. Well, 2 problems with where I am. Jack is taking a little bit of punishment. He took a Gabalt Ladung, and he also just took a Panzerfaust, so he is taking a little bit of attrition there. And another one. Sorry, Jack. You gonna be all right, buddy? That is a beating he is taking. Okay, so what do we got here? We got a Molotov cocktail. Medkit 3, I think that might actually be better than some of the junk you are carrying. It is better than the morphine you're carrying. So let's go ahead and grab that. And we will grab the Molotov cocktail. And that's pretty much all we need from here. And I'm kind of interested in wiping this sniper out, but gee whiz, he's back there, isn't he? He is really far back there. Heck, I'm just gonna run on back there with her, because I'm not really very concerned about these guys right here. Well, that guy, almost ashamed to waste a Molotov cocktail on the guy when he's almost dead. Jack, out of curiosity, what is your... Oh, he's got 3 medkits left. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Okay. Who gets to die? So this dude's nearly dead. I guess I'm gonna go here, because one of these guys might have, or this guy might have like a grenade. He does. He's got blood plasma, and he's got a med kit too, so he's pretty much totally back in the action, and I can wipe someone out. Let's see, Herbert's gonna go pretty soon. Would be able to... I think I gave Herbert a grenade, I'm pretty sure. So should be able to get an attack off on that guy closer there. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this guy out.
You now.
Cordelia, let's see if we can land another flare on not trying to attack those guys, trying to attack this guy. Give him a taste of it. Bam! Keith. Now, I'm kind of curious actually. So Wolfclaw did just under 3,000. Bestial Fury, on the other hand, is going to do... Oh. Well, I can't hit him with it, so that is not a test that I can really do right now. Go ahead and light him up again, though. We are about... Now I wonder, can he hit tanks with this? He can indeed. I'm gonna go ahead and try to slow this tank down. At least get maybe one of these tanks to the point where it won't be able to go again for a little while. This tank here is going to be going again very soon. It's kind of a bummer, because I was gonna go up park Frank next to it, because Frank can do a massive amount of damage with a punch. But if I move Frank next to it right now, he will get run over. Which would really suck. So honestly, there's not really a whole lot I can do with Frank. I could wipe this guy out. But I was kind of going to let Herbert do that, or I was planning on letting Herbert do that, because Herbert does not get a lot of opportunities to get kills. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Frank on up, you know, because my thought is that we're probably going to be dealing with, once we deal with one of these tanks, we're probably going to be dealing with a spawn, an enemy spawn, and I'm just going to get up and I'm going to like hit this guy with my bayonet. Of course, I don't know if he's going to be able to kill him with his bayonet. 1,400, yeah, that should do it. So if I have some guys up in this position, then we should be a little bit more appropriately equipped to deal with that spawn when it happens. Blave. Crimson Slash, I think it does 4,000 or 5,000. So it certainly is not going to be taking this guy out of the picture. That's for dang sure. So let's go ahead and give this guy a taste of it and see what happens. 6,000, there we go. And we took out the two guys that were hiding behind it. They chose the wrong barricade, seems like. Oh, sweet, we can make it all the way back here and get this guy with our sword. That sounds like a good plan. Because we'll be able to loot him next turn. See if he's got anything good on him. Go ahead and try to drop this fool. Not really much reason to go into cover with her right yet. One, I have no idea where did the tank just not go? Oh, I guess, yeah, he was stunned. He was stunned, so that really worked out quite well. That worked out quite well. Whoops! I meant to move him. Did not mean to do the finish there. Did not mean to do the finish. So I'm gonna have to move Cordelia, because she does not have an angle of attack on the other tank. But she will from here. At the very least with her Inferno, if not directly with her Flare, but I think she will with her Flare. Keith, just keep willing away. I mean, you've got an angle, so you know, 2,000 or something. That's you're doing work. You're doing work. Almost 3. I don't think we need to slow this tank down at this point. I think at this point we are doing plenty of damage to it to just bring it down the good old-fashioned way, as it were. Frank, it's gonna be down without you having to do the old kamikaze punch on it. Think that will be unnecessary. Now, I cannot remember if we actually... Did someone melee this guy down, or did we hit him with a grenade? Whoa. Well, we got some more grenades now. Oh, I don't need those. Don't need those. Well, Herbert, get on up here. I don't think you're gonna be able to reach out. Yeah, there's no way you're gonna be able to get to that guy, so just getting in position here. I'm gonna go ahead and enrage Cynthia in the event that some guys do pop up, you know, so I don't really have to bother doing it later. In the last mission, I did an enrage cover on her, and you know, it makes her do about twice as much damage when she's covering, which is, you know, which makes that a substantially more beneficial action. I mean, it's already, you know, pretty nice, but it does make it a lot more useful. You know, when she's getting all those attacks off in one round anyway, you know, you might as well be, you know, getting double for your money, so to speak. All right, this should pretty much be all she wrote for this guy. Kablamo! No more tanks. Those guys were pretty hardy tanks, but they did not have what it took to deal with these guys. Now, Jack the Ripper does not have another grenade here, and I do not think that he can get over there and do anything on that guy. So yeah, he's not really going to be doing anything, but I guess he can go over here and maybe scare him a little bit. Like that guy be like, oh crap, that dude's getting ridiculously close to me. Well, I can get him with Blave. Sweet. Alright, Keith, you get to move for the first time in a while. He's kind of just been parking and barking, so to speak. But it's been working for me. It has been most functional. I'm just gonna kind of send my guys over at, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get through here or not. I might have to go around the tank in this direction. But I think Van Helsing's probably gonna get there first. Just kind of based on her relative position and the rate at which she moves. She's a fast little bugger. A veritable speed demon. Now, since this is an optional mission, I do not think that I'm going to be finding a Valhalla report. I really don't. So, I'm not going to be keeping my eyes on lookout. Where is that guy? Could not see him. Still don't see him. Way the heck over there somewhere. There he is. So I'm just taking forever to get to him. Lewis. You know what? Hang on a second. There's no one else to freaking loot. Well, actually, there is the guy that's right next to them. So let's check his body here. Let's investigate this dude's carcass. A medkit 1. I have no need for any of that. So let's just finish. No need for anyone else to move. Except for Van Helsing. And she has a Molotov, so I should be able to finish it up this turn. Unless that guy's got more hit points than this Molotov can dish out. Does not look like he does. Tough break, buddy. Oh. There's more of them. It's the Totenkopf. And they're pissed. Oh, and another tank. At least one more tank. Okay, yeah, we figured this was gonna happen. Now, usually it seems, at least, that they will attack prior to hang on a second. I don't really find, I'm not really particularly compelled. I'm gonna death slash one of them there. Can I not? There, I can death slash that one. Let's do it. There we go. Managed to take one of them out. Okay. there any immediately around her? There are not. But what I was gonna say is I was not compelled to immediately like chase them down or anything like that. Let's see. Now they're usually pretty resistant to bullets, but maybe an MS attack might do some damage to them. There you go, Lewis. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Deal severe damage to a single enemy. Okay, let's see if I can eagle eye one of these guys. I'm gonna try to deal severe damage to this totem cop right here, see if it does. There we go. Well done, Cynthia. Now, so bullets are not as ineffective when they're used in MS attacks on them. The Muramasa blade. Can you get it there? Nope. No dice. Well, those totem cop are about to go. I'm a little bit worried about Van Helsing, where she might be. Because the totem cop, I mean, the totem cop can be pretty brutal. They really can be. You really have to be careful with those guys. Let's see, it's at 957 now. They're pretty resistant to things like melee attacks. Frank's got a bunch of grenades, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move in here and give them another grenade just to finish these two off, because they're all about to go, and you know those two attacks would be just as deadly as perfectly healthy ones. So no reason to leave those guys alive. Okay, so she's right here in relatively close proximity to those. And hold on, is that just one? So she's in relatively close proximity to 5 of them. However, you know, I am kind of wondering, you know, there is part of me that says, you know, Blave, there may be a Valhalla report on this mission, you know, because this is the first optional mission that I've had since we've encountered the Valhalla reports. I really don't think, however, that that there are now. Are they outside of the range? And she could take one of these guys down, I guess. Yeah, I'm just gonna have her stand her own. I mean, she's got, I think, 5 health packs, so I think she can do some damage here. And I'm gonna have everyone else kind of hold their ground here. And just kind of let the Totenkopf close their distance. And then I'm just gonna light them up when they get closer. Yeah, what do we got here? Let's get over here, because this is where they're coming in, it seems. Yeah, they are coming the heck in. Oh, I forgot about the tank. The tank is something that I probably should not have been neglecting here. In fact, the tank is probably something I need Cordelia to come deal with. This is actually fairly significant. I'm gonna see if we're lucky enough to have any goodies in this batch of Totenkopf here. We do have a Panzerfaust. Which that guy is out of range by a good bit. Let's see, do they have anything else that was useful? I didn't really look at anything else. I was kind of just focused on that. Okay, so we got the Panzerfaust, which is gonna help. Drop these two Totenkopf. That will also help. Nice. Unfortunately, her regular attack isn't going to wipe him out in one hit, so the MS attack is really, I think, the way to go. Let's start moving Blave over towards that tank, because he does have a pretty good anti-tank attack. Oh wow, that did not do the damage that her last Eagle... What was it? Eagle Rain? Or no, Sniper Rain and Eagle Fury? I can't even remember what the name of that attack is. That's pretty bad, considering I just used it. Literally just used it. Let's see, do I want to send Frank in, or I'm thinking I still kind of want to defend here. Might actually, if Lewis can go and get a horde of those guys together, I might actually use that Panzerfaust to take out multiple Totenkopf. That might be my best bet. My death slash this guy. Sorry, buddy. Hey man, it works well. His death slash is just enough to kill a Totenkopf, you know. Just enough to kill it is perfectly fine with me at this point. Gets the job freaking done. which is all that I need. Herbert, I don't need you to be doing anything right now. I mean, at most, I'm gonna move you up maybe a little. Move you up over here a little bit, but I don't think I'm gonna need you to do much of anything right now. I don't want to move in any further because I don't want you to take an attack at this particular moment. Cordelia. Move down towards this freaking tank here. I don't think you're gonna be able to attack it, but there are a lot of Totenkopf and what have you here. This is not a particularly pretty situation that we've got going on here. Where is the freaking tank that we are like right next to over here? Now, I think that that's going to hit it, so I'm going to go for it here. It did in fact hit it. Now we do have another tank over here. Got a lot of tanks. Not a dire situation though. I mean, we've got a lot of healing supplies left. In general. Okay, so now I'm up here. I can check this guy's carcass. I do not expect it to have a Valhalla report on it. But she stood her ground. Got a Panzerfaust 30 here. You want for me to shoot it at? I'll leave her there with it, but actually I should have left it on the carcass and tried to remember to pick it up at the beginning of her next turn, because that's really going to slow her down substantially. Okay, so let's see, what can we do with this thing in terms of these guys here? Not really very much. They spread out, they knew what they were doing. We can take out 2 and do a number on 1 if we hit. Kind of the same story here, except for we can do a number on 2 of them. I think my best bet is going to be running towards the tank, trying to do a little bit of damage over there. Run towards the tank, see if we can get some damage done down here. This tank's not going to blow itself up. Well, maybe it will. I don't know. I haven't watched a tank blow itself up yet, but it could happen. I find it unlikely, but possible, that such a thing would happen. Alright, Jack, get down here. This will be a good launching point, I guess, for your death slashes on other ones. I'm going to move Frank down here, and if we manage to blow, well, 6,000. Well, hopefully it's not going to. If it gets blown up, then it's going to do a lot of damage to Frank, or whatever, but I mean, Frank should be able to blow it up. Frank should be able to blow it up with his next attack. Okay, I'm gonna go in here with Herbert and see if I can kill this one with my bayonet. Should be able to. Nice, a level. Now, the Crimson Slash is the only way that I'm killing one of these things. And he would have been able, I would have been able to take out the freaking tank too. Didn't know if I was in range, so I sent Frank down there to do it. Feel a little bad about that now. Let's see, which ones do I have range on or angles on that other people wouldn't or do not have angles on? Yeah, don't have angles on those two. See, I really don't think Bestial Fury does more than, I think it does like 2,000 damage or something like that. I just don't, well, one, it doesn't have the range. I'm gonna go ahead and try it on these guys. I really don't think it does enough damage, but I'm gonna try it. Oh man, almost enough. Very close. Okay, so I don't need to attack the tank right now, so I mean, hopefully Frank's gonna be able to go before before they go. That would really suck. Or before that tank goes, that would really suck, because one, he would probably run him over. Almost undoubtedly run him over. And those two Totenkopf that Blave hit are going to be able to go. Well, there's one there. Ooh. Well, now I can pop those three. Or I can pop these three, and these three are fresh. I'm gonna do that. Eat this. Yep. Those two tanks are going. Unless... And I don't think there's really anything I can do about it. This tank over here is not any kind of an immediate threat. It could certainly hit, I mean, it could certainly hit someone, but I'm not terribly concerned about that right now. Now, there is no way that I'm getting this evil eye off on this tank, is there? Yeah, it's way out of range. So, yeah, we've got ourselves a bit of a problem here in that, okay, those two are pretty much toast. I want to see if she can get the... So now here's the friggin' real question. Can I resurrect Frank when he's sitting on top of him? Or do I have to wait for him to go again and then resurrect him? That was an error. I really thought that Frank was going to be able to go before that. Those tanks are so slow usually. And that was just a, I mean, that was just a tactical blunder is what that was. Tactical blunder. Went for the tank punch, which is a risky move in and of itself. I mean, it's not It's not for the faint of heart, by any stretch of the imagination. Should only be attempted, you know, I mean, it should only be done when you don't have another choice, and I had several other choices, so I don't really know exactly what I was thinking. Okay, so I can get him back up here. But now, technically speaking, now Frank should be able to go before that stupid tank. Watch me make the exact same mistake twice in a row. Oh my gosh. I probably am about to make the same mistake twice in a row, but I feel like Frank should be able to do it now, right? Right? Oh my gosh. Oh man. Okay. No, we don't need to waste it on that guy. Cordelia's just destroying some dudes, isn't she? She is the Totenkopf Annihilator. Well, actually, I can just move in here and so we just need to do some cleanup on these guys. Is really what has to happen here. I mean, there are a couple of other ones in good condition here, or full health, but for the most part, they've got the crap beat out of them. Wait, oh my gosh, okay. Oh man. Yeah, Frank has not gone yet, and if you'll note, the tanks are about to go again. I did not see that coming. I am making the same mistake. So, okay, so who in this set of people is anywhere close to that tank? The answer, nobody. I mean, freaking Jack the Ripper can't do anything to help him. So Frank's probably about to go die again.
Say goodnight.
Which is pretty freaking sad. Well, there's only one more Totenkopf. Okay. So let's get in here with her. Now she's definitely going to take a shot from the tank after this, but might as well use this Panzerfaust on the freaking tank. Do a little bit of damage with it. Not a hugely compelling reason not to. Now, like I said, that tank is well out of range of anything that I've got here. It's just not gonna happen. No freaking way. Well, no, this isn't gonna do enough damage. And Inferno has a shorter range, so, well, it hurt Frank, but at least he lives. That is just some sad stuff going on there. Sad stuff indeed. Okay, what do you got here, buddy? Broadsword and some reserve ammo. Neither of which do we need. You are not required in the fight against the other tank, so you can go over here. And that tank is probably really pissed at Van Helsing. Whoa! If he was, that was just a terrible shot. I'm gonna go ahead and transform with James here. He probably doesn't have a whole lot of MS left, but might as well get an MS attack or two off that do a little bit more damage to that tank, just to accelerate things. Frank isn't going to be any good to me in this battle either. I'm sorry. I tactically abused you, Frank. I feel awful. I just feel terrible. Now, this Totenkopf, I think those two Totenkopf were looted. Ooh, an anti-tank mine. A Panzerfaust 60. I'll grab it. I don't think I'm going to be using it. Yeah. But I'll grab it. Alright. Keith. Go ahead and transform as well. Now, he has got to have spent most of his MS as well. Because he has been burning through MS attacks. I mean, both of them have used quite a few MS attacks. I mean, it has just straight up happened. Wham! Well, it only does like another 1,000 something. Well, actually, I don't know if it does 6,000 to tanks. It did like 6,000 to the dudes. It hadn't been doing, I don't remember how much it had been doing to tanks previously. So I don't really have a good gauge for that particular comparison. Okay, let's start finishing people here. Van Helsing, you do not need to be there, so I can just get you kind of out of... Well, I guess you can go loot these Totenkopf, see if they got anything good on them. You never really know until you go check. Wait, are you serious? That had reserve ammo 9? I'm just kind of... I don't need that, but I don't think I have any of those. Jack the Ripper, you have a big old Panzerfaust. I need you to shoot at the tank. I have no idea what my accent there was, but... Okay, destroy the tank! Boom! Alright, we've killed everything. Is the recon mission successful? In the nick of time too, because it looks like our transforms there wore off. They are notoriously short-lived. Of course, I don't know if they just wear off at the end of battles automatically or how that works, but still, we managed to get through, and that's all that matters. I don't know if that's really all that matters, but, you know, pretty important to me, I think. And we got a new skill, which we want to check out. And we also appear to have unlocked yet another side mission, or optional mission, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the preferred nomenclature is on that. But, like I said, I do really want to see what our new skill is. Endurance increases defense against gun attacks. I would prefer to just do defense boost, unless you already had defense boost and you just wanted to boost it more. Then I would get that. But for the most part, I don't think I'm going to be picking that one up. right now. I just don't. That being said,
I do want to go through here and, let's see, he needs his vitamins. He's a girl and boy! He must be taking his vitamins! Well, he has been taking a lot of vitamins, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and grab some of that. She also requires vitamins. Now, this is a situation that I need to, point out. I do not think that, let me go ahead and use, stimulant for her. A stimulant for him, and a stimulant for him. I do not think that the supply depot will have refilled, well, yeah, you can clearly see they do not have any more vitamins. Oh, they do have reserve ammo 9 and reserve ammo 10. I can't even imagine using that much ammo in a battle. Like, even if Cordelia was on, Cynthia was on, cover the whole time, I mean, she wouldn't have used nearly that many. Anyway, let's see, medical kits. Ooh, medical kit. 2 is the best of the normal medical kit, classification. Of course, that isn't as good as morphine. Or blood plasma would also be, considered better. So, we're gonna want, to pick up a few morphines. Maybe just 3 or 4. And we're gonna want to pick up some grenades. I'll pick up, they got 155 of them in stock. I don't need that many, but I'll just pick up a handful of them here. I really wish that you could just pick an amount of them that you wanted. It would make life so much easier. Okay, Blave, you've got a grenade. Which, you know what? I'm actually thinking that I might abandon that grenade with him, due to the fact that he's carrying around that Moar blade that's really heavy, and he's just relying more on his other abilities. Cordelia, same with her. I'm just relying on her other abilities, and I need her to be going faster. Frank, you only need 2 of those. Herbert, I will give you 2 grenades. Lewis, no grenades, because you need the, speed. Jack, grenades. Van Helsing, grenades. And she's got healing, he's got healing. Of course, he doesn't really need blood plasma there. Let's go ahead and give him morphine instead.
I recently switched to just filling up their entire inventory with healing. And if I find an item that is, you know, more beneficial or more handy, then I'll just swap it out. But, you know, the relative prevalence of healing in the game is such that, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and grab, you know, and just carry those extra items, carry that extra healing. And yeah, it does cost me a little bit more weight, so my guys are going to be moving a little bit slower. And most of the time, I don't use all of my healing, but in some battles, I do run out of healing, and I'm in dire straits and low. So I think the trade-off of having that slight bit of being slowed down, because the healing supplies aren't that heavy, but so being slowed down a little bit more against having that extra safety net, you know, I think that strategy has been paying off for me in the couple of battles that I've been using it, even though it's been mostly just a safety net. You know, I haven't been, at least with a lot of my characters, I haven't been experiencing needing that extra healing very much, unless I do something stupid like move my guy right up next to a tank and don't really account for the fact that he's not going to go before that tank. But anyway, when I do something like that, I should probably also have someone there to slow the tank down or something like that. But anyway, instead of just take it for granted. But I need to, when I do something stupid, I do something stupid, and it just happens. From time to time, it happens. Fortunately, I had measures in place that made me recover from that and not really take any significant loss from it. And that battle was such that everything else going on in that, the inconvenience of that blunder was such that it was pretty easy to recover from, you know, because the rest of that battle was pretty well in hand at that time. So it ended up working out Ended up working out just fine. At this point, the side missions, or at least that particular side mission, we haven't had a side mission in quite a while, actually. I mean, I think we pretty much went around this entire loop. We just went boom, boom, boom. Maybe we did these two here, but I think we went around most of this loop here, you know, just straight without having any side missions. So, but now we're going to do this next one in the next video. And speaking of that, I do think that this is pretty much where we are going to end it for this one. So if you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you liked it a lot and you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to see more content like this or some other games that I play, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But regardless, as always, thanks for watching. And we're going to pick up right here next time.